Hello, you are in the kitchen with Z, and I have Chef VeeDub here with me today. And what we're gonna do, she is gonna teach me a new recipe. So I'm so excited to have her here with me. So Chef VeeDub, what you gonna make today?
All right, hey everybody, Chef VeeDub, as she said, and specialize in just making quick, easy, inexpensive, healthy meals. And today we're gonna do two options. One is gonna be a Southwest chicken burrito, and then the second one is gonna be a Southwest sweet potato burrito.
Ooh.
So we're pretty much gonna do it simultaneously. The only difference, of course, is gonna be the protein. And this is the kind of meal that you can just come home from work and kind of get to that together, at the last minute and not have to do a lot of pre-planning.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like just don't overthink your meal, and it shouldn't have to take a long time. So thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Let's show. I'm excited. What you got here?
Okay. So, we are going to start, as always, washing our hands. Want to be safe and sanitary, not just during pandemic times, but always.
Yes.
Start off doing that. And what I did, like I said, the premise is like you're getting home from work and just want to get something together. So, what you would do is come home, before you take your shower or whatever, you would get some chicken tenders. Most of us have chicken tenders or chicken breasts in the freezer, in the fridge at most times. So I did just go ahead and get the chicken tenders already cut, so that cut down on us having to do it. And we seasoned it. And okay.
Sorry.
And this is the pre-seasoned chicken, like, so you would just season it when you get home.
And what do you season it with?
Yep, I got them all right here. So a little bit of olive oil, garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper, a little paprika for color, parsley, and then, as always, we got our minced garlic. And so just cover that all up, season it, massage it in, place it in the refrigerator until you're ready to get back. See, I just took it out of the refrigerator. So at that time, you can also turn on your oven at 200 degrees, get your tortillas getting warmed up, just wrap them in aluminum foil. We already have some in here. So just wrap it up. Don't even need a sheet pan or anything. Get that done. So after that, we have it's hot. Y'all saw the smoke?
It's ready.
Yes.
We're in the kitchen.
I said we was going to be ready, so we was ready.
We ready.
So we're going to put that on about 350. I had it on 400 to heat it up, but I just turned it down to about 350 because we're going to be using olive oil, and it has a lower smoke point, and we don't want to break it down and burn it. So I'm actually let that cool down just a little bit, and then
want me to hold that?
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you.
I'll put it right here.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put it in. And as far as the seasoning for the chicken go, I didn't tell you any amounts because I always tell people to season to taste. Some people have dietary restrictions. Some people just, have a taste preference. So use the seasonings in the amounts that you and your family would enjoy. That would be the best advice I will give you as far as amounts. I know sometimes people want more precise, but I figure that's more realistic. Season it how you want to.
Yeah.
And we already knew it was hot, so we just gonna get the chicken in here.
Ooh,
you want to hear that sizzle? Yeah, you know. You need to hear that sizzle. And also, you don't have to use an electric skillet. I like it because it's one pot, non-stick. I can cook everything in it. And that's it. Easy cleanup. Like I said, this is a weekday. Right, it's a weekday night. You don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning up. About $3.75. And can I have a lid? Yeah. We're going to put the lid on. Let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Alright. And while we have that going, we don't have to tend to it too much because we want that nice caramelization, that nice color. Yeah. So I have all the ingredients prepped up, but say you didn't have them prepped up, this is the time you could use to get everything ready. So we have our corn, I'm going to show you how to do that because you need to cut it off the cob.
Ooh, fresh.
Fresh corn.
Fresh is best.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
You could use frozen corn and it will still be delicious.
Yeah.
You know, I like to teach people things that are convenient. And kind of using what you have, not necessarily needing to run out to the store like, okay, you don't have fresh corn, grab that frozen corn. You don't have frozen corn, grab the can of corn. Like, of course, like you said, fresh is best. But, you know, you just have to use what you have sometimes. Yes. So the easiest way for me to do it is I just literally try to snatch it from the root and get all the silk off as much as you can.
That's a workout.
Yeah, you see, I feel my muscles
I see your arms.
Okay, so that could go down that much. Go on the other side. Pull it down. Now, and it's just all trying to get it off in one piece to eliminate the need to have to go back.
Yeah. And
you might not get all the strings. That's okay. Just pick them out. It's natural. It's part of the corn. It won't hurt you if you get a string or two. So then you just take your corn. All of this I did pre-rinse it and everything, just so you know. You take the flat end, just set it in the bowl, and just literally use your knife.
Ooh, that's a nice technique.
Try not to make a mess with it, but
yeah, that's a nice technique.
Yes.
I like that.
And you will just feel how much pressure you need when you put the knife down. I mean, it's a low risk of you like cutting yourself from that. So just get as much of it as you can.
I like
rotate
that. All
it
in one spot. Easy cleanup.
Yes.
I'm all about easy cleanup.
Absolutely. And then like I call this milking it. I don't know what's the technical term, but you go back over the cob and get all that creamy goodness out of there. You want all the natural flavors and sugars and everything to come through. And so that was 4 ears of corn. So I'm basing everything pretty much on like a family of 4, maybe 5 depending on how much, because it's actually quite a bit. So that's the corn. And as far as our chicken, we see it, it's almost ready. We're not going to touch it. Sorry, that was a sneak peek. I teased y'all. I'm going to make you wait until I flip it.
And it smells amazing. I have to tell you already, it smells so good. Oh, I'm so excited to taste this.
Me too. And now I have the sweet potato. So I got like a smallish size sweet potato. And I did put this in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Okay. And it's like you want it to be soft but still firm and holding its texture because you want it to look like this. And if you cook it too long, you won't be able to have the nice pretty slices. So all I did, we can rinse this off a little bit. Even though nothing will hurt, it's all vegetables. There's no risk of cross-contamination because it's vegetables. But still, we can give it a courtesy rinse.
So, and you leave the skin on.
Yep, and I leave the skin on. I like the skin. It keeps more fiber. And by the time you get through cooking it, it's not tough or anything. It's just easily, it just goes in line with everything you already have.
Good. Yep. Okay.
So just cut it in half, and Zakiya, I'm gonna have you flip the chicken tenders for me, please.
I would love to. Yes.
Cut it in half, and then just cut off the ends, because we are gonna cook the chicken all the way through. Sometimes if you're gonna maybe cook the chicken further, you wouldn't cook it all the way through, but after this, we're just gonna keep it warm while we let everything else cook in here. And so we just gonna make sure it's all the way done.
Yeah, you can't play with chicken.
Absolutely.
You cannot play with chicken.
So just half down and then half again, and just slice it. And sizing is important and everything. You have to think about that. These are sweet potatoes, and they take longer than normal to cook. So that's why we started it in the microwave first, and that's why we're keeping it kind of small now, just so we can ensure that we have, even cooking throughout.
That's awesome. That's a good tip, because you don't want big pieces, small pieces, because it won't cook evenly.
Exactly. You have to cut it like according to the size, like what you're cooking. Like sweet potatoes, we know they take longer. The corn we don't have to worry about because that's small kernels and they're going to cook quickly. Okay. So just knowing your ingredients and how they're going to work. So got that, and now it's 2 sweet potatoes of that size. I had already done 1. Had a 15-ounce can of black beans. If you ever go on my Food Around 5 page, you'll see I love Aldi's. I am an Aldi shopper. This is an Aldi's product. 59 cents for this. And it's 15 ounces. So I just rinsed it out, rinsed all of it, and put it in a bowl. Have some sweet baby bell peppers. I like them just because they have a different flavor profile than the big ones, and it's much easy to portion with these because of their size. And so I have those and just a sweet yellow onion, a half of one, and about 4 of those. Have that all chopped up. The last thing I'm going to show you is the avocado. I have some already done, but I do have one here. I have a nice little trick for the avocados. I rinsed it off already, but I'll go ahead and rinse it off again. Okay. And what you do is you cut all the way through, and then you just kind of pivot it.
Yeah.
And you'll feel the pit is going to stop you. So
Yeah.
once you make a full rotation, you just kind of twist it off. And then, then you set it down. And what you're going to do is cut all the way through. And don't do it in your hand. That's important to note, because the skin is very thin on the avocado, and it's easy for you to go through and cut yourself. So do it against the cutting board. And just go all the way through. And then come across.
That looks so pretty.
Through. Yes. These fruits and vegetables are all from Fairway. I went to Fairway. They always have amazing fruits and vegetables.
And you do have to shop around.
You have to shop around. You have to know what stores have, what the value, like the fresh fruits and vegetables at Fairway are amazing.
Yeah.
So I like to go there often because they tend to them a lot and they turn it over a lot, so it's always fresh. So then you just go around a little bit, all around the edge. And I hope it works as good as it did off camera. Because it was amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this other avocado better act the same way. Keep that same energy. So then we're going to take it. Now let's see if it works. We're going to squeeze it.
Look at that technique. Ooh.
Ooh.
Now that's beauty. I've learned something new today. Because I would just take it out without, I like the squeeze technique.
And you see, you pretty much get it all. You don't have any waste. And you got nice portions. There you go.
Yes.
And it just pop right out. So, yay,
Yay,
it worked. So, this is about 1/4 of a lemon. I already used the half on the one that I had already cut.
A lime, yeah.
Right, a lemon.
Yeah,
Right, a
gotcha.
lime.
Yeah.
And just squeeze that juice.
And why do you put does it preserve it or just taste?
It preserves it. It's going to keep it from oxidizing is what it's called. Keeping it from turning brown. So this is what the citric acid in the lime is doing for it. So thank you. Yeah. Can't assume what everybody knows.
Yeah,
so that
absolutely.
chicken is right about where we need it to be. So if you could just get some aluminum foil,
Sure.
we're going to take the chicken out of there, wrap it in some aluminum foil, and then set it in the oven with the tortillas. And we're going to get the rest of the burrito.
Ooh, the burritos.
Done.
Yay.
Burritos, right. And put a little salt in there with your lime. Or a lot of salt, however you like it. And then just toss it together a little bit.
And can I help you take the chicken out?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. It's kind of nice having an assistant.
Right.
I'm used to doing everything
Me
alone.
too.
You see, I'm like, hey, let me utilize you. Yes.
Yes.
So,
And this
just toss it
chicken
around.
looks amazing.
Yep. It's ready to.
It's ready.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna set this in the refrigerator. And we're gonna take it out because chicken has to be cooked to 165 degrees. We cooking at 400. I'm sure it's maintained that, and then we're setting in a 200-degree oven. And it's gonna be in there about 4 to 5 minutes, so it'll be done, especially based on the size. Now this step I'm about to do, yep, that's fine. Probably put another one on top, yep, to keep all the juices in. Now this next step, if we weren't doing a vegan option at the same time, we wouldn't do. But since we want to preserve the vegan aspect, we're gonna rinse this out.
Yeah.
Clean it out. So,
All right. I have it wrapped up. It's hot.
all right, you can go set it in the oven.
hot.
And
Does it need to be on a cookie sheet or anything?
no,
or?
it can go just like
Okay.
that. No need to dirty up anything.
I
else.
love that.
One pot
A
cookie.
one pot cookie.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everything that I just showed you. Is it hot?
No.
Okay.
I want to make sure.
Right. Everything I just showed you earlier is gonna go in this pan right now.
Yay.
Yes. So some more EVOO. I got that from Rachel Ware.
Right.
That's extra virgin olive oil, and we are gonna take everything. We're gonna start with what's gonna take the longest to cook, and that's the sweet potatoes. Even though it's all going in at the same time, we still gonna let it get those extra couple of seconds of contact time to make sure that it's done. And then we got our black beans. There go that sizzle.
That's the sizzle. That's the sizzle.
And then we got our corn.
Trinity, my daughter's gonna love this. She loves corn.
That's me
Oh my
too.
goodness, she loves
I love it. And then Iowa corn. Oh my goodness. I didn't know until I moved to Iowa. It's just different. It's like I wait every summer to see like that
Nice and
Iowa
sweet.
corn. And you don't have to do much to it. And that's another thing I want to point out. Like, I try to use like a lot of like herbs and garlic, but I really like to let food shine, like its natural goodness come through. So we got this all the way on 400, and then this is our cut up onions and bell peppers. We just gonna spread it out.
If I could let you see or smell the goodness in here in this kitchen.
And then
It
you gotta get close, because this is pretty.
It smells
And
amazing.
A tip for eating healthy is put a lot of color in your food.
Yes.
A lot of color equates a lot of flavor.
Yes.
We got our minced garlic. And be generous. I love garlic, so
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
and I'm just putting it over everything. And I'm probably just gonna use that and stop playing. Like, it's no point saving a little bit, and you can
just
never
use it.
right.
Yeah, just use it.
And I'm gonna add just some regular salt. You can use sea salt,
Mrs.
pink Himalayan
Dash.
salt. You want some salt, because Mrs. Dash doesn't have salt, so you need some salt in here, because salt is a reality. You need some of it it's a flavor enhancer.
And if you're using fresh ingredients, you can add salt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as I always tell you, season to taste. I'm gonna start off with that much amount. I'm gonna use my hand and just spread it.
That's a
all
good
over.
tip, Kevin, if you're using fresh,
Yes.
salted.
You have
Yeah.
But
to.
don't
You can add
over.
Because
Right.
like canned products have sodium,
Yeah,
so
a lot.
you wouldn't necessarily have to. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. But when it's fresh, it's gonna be. If you don't, it's gonna be bland.
Yeah.
And then just regular black pepper. Again, if you had the fresh grinder, excellent, perfect. But I like to show you, the everyday people. Everybody doesn't have that, so
Yeah.
you can just use regular salt and pepper.
This smells amazing. I know I keep saying
Yes,
that, but
no, and that's the thing about this.
You eat with your eyes and your smell and
Absolutely, and it gets you hungry. It gets you
I'm
salivating.
ready. I'm looking like
Yes, and we just gonna toss it a little bit to make sure everything is salted and the seasoning is on there. Move it around just a little bit. We're not gonna do too much. We're not gonna baby this.
yeah.
Just, and I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more olive oil, just because we have quite a bit. And then we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna let that cook for 5 minutes. And we got it cranked all the way up. Let's clean this stuff up. We had half an avocado left. You could make some guacamole with that.
Some toast.
Yes, avocado toast. I forgot that's
yeah.
the trendy thing to do now, avocado toast. So you could certainly use that, but you will have to treat it, of course, with some lemon or lime. or some type of acid vinegar if you didn't have lemon or lime. That's another alternative. So yeah, you would have to treat it if you're not going to use it immediately. And oh yeah, I'm starting. That smell starting to get to me too. Let's get this in here, and we can check on our tortillas. Oh, also, I don't know if I showed y'all, we have cilantro, so that's another flavor enhancer. And I know some people have an aversion to it. Like, it studies out that cilantro tastes like soap to some people, and that's why they don't like it. So if you're one of those people who don't like it, you know, omit it. And that's another thing I like to tell you. Say you don't like onions, omit the onions. Say you want to add mushrooms, like, be flexible and, like, as I said, adaptable. What you might not have these exact ingredients, but use whatever you have on hand. You could use green onions, for example, if you didn't have the yellow onions, or you could use parsley instead of cilantro. So
Great tips.
thank you. And it's all just about adding color and flavor for me. I'm gonna just add that to the corn. And we almost where we need to be. Whoa!
I got you.
Caught that.
This smells amazing.
One more twist to turn. I'm gonna
So
actually
you want
taste-
those soft?
You want them to be kind of like al dente, like to the tooth. Like, you want it to have some. When you bite it, it should give way, but it shouldn't fall apart.
Yes.
You know, you want me. You know, I like different textures in my food, and especially when we're using this as the protein, because this is what's going to be used in place of the chicken for the vegan option. You want it to have as close as to a meat-like texture as possible.
And my mom, she is excited because she has went vegetarian.
Yes.
So she is really excited. She is in the back waiting
Right.
to taste this. So
And we're going to test out one of these potatoes, because that's the main thing, like I said, that we worried about cooking. Everything else, the canned beans are already fully prepared, so it's more about just warming them through. Corn, of course, it's cut off the cob, so we don't have to worry about that, you know, taking a long time to cook. And we want to retain a lot of the natural texture of it. We are not like smothering it or simmering it. We just pretty much getting it to done and trying to release those natural oils and flavors and get that going on. So let's see here with this. Oops, so when I pushed it, my fork in, it went in pretty easily, so I think we're almost where we need to be. You want to put it on there for, I'm going to add a little salt now too. Just a little. Just a little. Like I said, taste your food and do it how you think it should be done. Because it was 2 potatoes, so.
right.
There we go. I think those should be fine. I'm going to take the tortillas out. We've had them in there about 20 minutes.
Yeah. And they're whole wheat.
Whole
and that's
wheat.
what I like.
No added sugars, high fiber, no artificial flavors.
I have my fork ready.
Yes,
I have my fork ready. I'm so excited.
and so we are just going to get ready
Easy
to
clean up.
roll
Yes.
up our burritos. And I say it's going to take about 3 more minutes. So what I can do is break down the cost of this meal. And I said that, like, it's cheaper than the drive-through.
Yes.
It's quicker than the drive-through. So for the chicken, it was about £1.25 pounds, and that was $5.09. The bag of sweet peppers was $3.50. So here we are, we up to $8. The corn on the cob was 3 for $2. So that was about $2.50 for that, so that's $11. The sweet potato was 50 cents,
Wow.
$11.50. The can of beans was 60 cents, $12.10. And then most of us, the avocados, I bought 2 of those, and they were 88 cents, so like another $2, so under $15.
Wow.
And I'm pretty certain that somebody or 2 somebody's mom and dad can take lunch tomorrow from
Yes.
this too, because like I said, it's £1.25 pounds of chicken, 15 ounces of beans. That's 2 pounds worth of meal protein. You know, it was 2 pounds of the sweet potato. So this is a hefty meal. It can provide dinner. Somebody can come back and get another one if they want. and then you can still have lunch left over before I said, like, for mom and dad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So-
And that's and you talked about meal prep. And that's good, having leftovers, so you don't have to cook lunch the next day.
And don't have to spend
Yeah,
money
yes,
eating out. And then that
yes.
just makes your morning easier too. Like if you have it when you are done eating, just put it in your containers.
Yeah.
Just have it ready to go to just grab in the morning.
And you ready.
Ready. So I'm cooking by smell and I'm smelling it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure where we need to be. I'm gonna grab the avocados again.
Yes. I'm smelling too.
That's what I say, like I'm using my sense of smell here. We're gonna get the chicken out and use pot holders and stuff. I kind of have chef hands, so I can kind of handle stuff that's hot, but yeah, practice safety. Don't necessarily do what I do what I say, you know. So yeah, that's really hot. Put it down. Woo.
Woo.
Get our warm tortilla, and you want to warm the tortillas up, of course, just to make them more pliable, easier to work with. I did get the large size.
I'm getting me a plate.
Right?
'Cause I'm ready. I am getting me a plate. Because I can't wait. Alright. Okay, go here, just sit it and then I'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so give it one last toss. I'm satisfied. I noticed that everything has kind of wilted down, but another good thing, you don't want it to lose its vibrancy. You know, you want to it should still be bright and pretty. You know, you don't have to overcook it. It's all about fresh and not a lot of manipulation on it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to highlight.
Yes. We
Let it
highlight.
shine. The natural light shine through.
Yeah.
All right, so we good on that. And we are going to do the vegan one first. Like I
Okay.
said, we don't want to
And the color is just beautiful.
So
And as I said, my mom, she is in the wing. She is ready.
she waiting. We gonna have live taste.
We're gonna have
tester.
a live test.
And we told her she had to tell the truth.
Yes,
I'm
we
like,
want
if
the
it's
truth.
not good, tell me. I'm like, in a nice way, but tell me. So. And she said she would. So since it's our protein, we're gonna put a nice amount of those sweet potatoes on this one. Then we are gonna get scoop, half scoop of our black
I might have to try the
beans.
vegan one and the one with the chicken.
Okay, absolutely. And then get a
You could
scoop
even do
of
half
more.
and half.
You could,
right?
absolutely.
You Yes,
You
you
could.
could. You could just put chicken on one half and then just taste it, because sometimes you don't need chicken. Or, you know, you will survive just on
Without, you know,
Yeah.
you substituting the protein,
You
you
can
still gonna
substitute.
feel full.
Yes.
Add our little avocado, and this one gonna be a big one. Big
Yay.
one.
Yay.
So do it, give it one more little toss.
Ooh, look at the juices from the lime. Oh my goodness.
Put as much or as little as you want.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, our
Okay,
test.
and we finna have fun trying to wrap this big old thing.
Yes.
But turn it on the side and just this. You know, this is my friend. She know my hands clean.
Yes,
so, you know,
I
if
do.
this was like food prep or something more professional, then of course we would have gloves on. But
Yeah.
oh no, we got it too wet. But it's okay. It's what you do. When you know what you're doing, you just keep it moving. Boom. We're gonna go over here with it. So I might have a little bit too much in here.
Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll help her eat it.
Right?
If it's too
We gonna do
much.
the chicken one. It's gonna look a little prettier, but. And I'm just tucking, rolling.
Ooh.
We losing a little bit of our goodness, but it's okay. It's on the chopping board, so we can preserve it.
Yeah.
Oh, just let
That's
let
okay.
it go.
We'll put it in this.
And
As you're in the kitchen. That happens.
right, it happens.
Yeah.
And if it's a knife, let it fall. Never try to catch a knife because
Yeah.
you can hurt yourself potentially more. So if a knife ever falls out your hand, just step back and let it fall.
Yeah.
And since we got a couple people here, we're gonna just
Ooh, we love tasting Kevin, don't we?
You bet.
Yeah, we.
It's my favorite part.
right.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
can you turn that off for me? Zakiya?
Yes, absolutely.
And
Yeah, okay.
so,
I'm so excited.
yes, I'm excited for y'all.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Ooh,
And most importantly, you have leftovers.
yes.
That's the most important. Cost effective.
So there goes kind of the inside shot. Like I said, we had to put those two in, but you see all the colors? All right, so
Okay,
here's that one.
All right.
Now we're gonna do the chicken one,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do that one prettier. So let's clean off our board just a little. It's gonna get right back messy, so.
Okay,
Got
Mom,
burrito.
come on in the shot.
Right? Come on.
Come on in the
The
shot.
wait is
The wait is
over.
over.
I'm ready.
The wait is over. Whatever piece you want to choose.
I'm just take one chicken breast tender, give it a quick little chop through. It's still juicy.
This
Juice
is my
still
plate.
coming off.
Actually.
Is that good?
It's good.
I want to try one.
And you can choose to put sweet potato in this one or not. I like sweet potato, so I'm gonna put a little bit in there.
This is so good.
Kevin, you want to
like
I'll be there.
these.
I'll be there.
That is so.
This is delicious.
Now this is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's light and flavorful and inexpensive.
We dropped the fork.
Here's one. I got you one. I had a backup.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
Thank you.
Mm.
Get a little bit of that
I'll taste
avocado.
And what I taste is the lime.
Mm-hmm.
I taste the
I taste the corn and the
corn and the black bean.
black beans and the
Mm. Wow.
All right.
it's
Wow.
really good.
So that chicken one, I told you, it's gonna come out a little better. Slice it the same way on the bias.
Right?
This is delicious.
And this has taken maybe
30 minutes, maybe.
Maybe.
35.
It's about 30 minutes.
about 30 minutes.
All right. And that was pretty much from start to finish. And then here you go.
And that's the chicken one.
Yep, this is the chicken. Somebody
Go ahead. Look, she's reaching back in. She's
She
got
like,
her hand
"Give me
back
the
in.
plate."
She said, "This is my plate."
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Kevin has to take a piece. Look at
Wow, this is good.
and then you wouldn't normally cut it up. You would just eat it as a burrito. But
right.
this is my piece. And look, I like you just, you can see
No,
everything
avocado,
in this one bite.
Okay. The avocado.
And what I like is a messy dish. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that because you get you a fork, you scoop it together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's delicious. That's delicious.
And there we have it.
Anything.
Two different options.
Okay. I'll let you
A vegan option. Excuse me. I'm gonna finish this.
Wow.
know. Delicious.
Vegan option and a non-vegan option.
I want to try the chicken.
One pot meal.
A one-pot meal. Let's see. With easy cleanup. I'll be the judge which one I like best.
I don't eat chicken, so this is it. Without the chicken.
I can't even tell. I can't tell you.
You didn't miss the chicken in
No,
that
you
one.
did not miss the chicken in that one.
And that's the thing. Just give it a lot of flavor. Give it a lot of love.
But
and-
that chicken has a flavor to it that just complements everything in here.
And that was the lime that we squeezed over it.
Mm.
The seasonings we showed you in a quick little 30-minute marinade.
Awesome.
So, thank you guys.
Yep, thank you,
Chef
Chef
out.
VeeDub, for coming to
You're welcome.
share this wonderful recipe.
Thank you for having me. I
Absolutely,
appreciate
you are welcome
it.
anytime.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Anytime.
All right,
Anytime. So thank you. Way to go. Yes.